If I become too friendly with other actors, I can't act. I'm becoming just Christian, the fan of Chris Rock, the stand-up comedian, instead of being able to play Bert. And nobody pays me to be me, to stand next to someone with that incredible talent and to realise I'd just been ruining it for her all day long. Unfortunately, she gets to say she's duetted with me.
Christian, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Great film.
Thank you so much. Really lovely to hear that.
And I know that you were so heavily involved in the creative process from this one from early on. So is it more rewarding when you make a film like this where you're not just acting, like you've been across all of it?
It's certainly really satisfying, yeah, and I was really grateful to David to invite me on that journey. And I didn't know, even when we first sat down in a diner and he just had read some parts of American history that he was unaware of, and he wanted to share that with me, and he was scribbling on napkins, and we were talking, and we started to come up with characters, and 6 years we did that. I went away and made a couple of films in that time, but what was wonderful is that we just felt no rush. It was like, hey, we're ready when we're ready. This is such an important and special film, for David, and I was really grateful he brought me along for that journey. I got to create this character of Bert Berenson and then help him out, help David out, and then throughout filming, and then afterwards he was generous enough to invite me into the edit room as well. So I've never done that. I've never gone right from the beginning right to the very end, and it was an absolute joy. And I think David, he's an exceptional man. And an absolutely phenomenal filmmaker as well. I love collaborating with him.
Incredible. Also, not many people get to say they have duetted with Taylor Swift.
Not many people do, no. And unfortunately, she gets to say she's duetted with me.
I mean,
sorry,
that's pretty
Taylor.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Cool for me, not for her.
How was it for you, though? Was there, she's a great...
It was absolutely humbling because I love to sing. I really do love to sing, much as the character does in the film. But I have no illusions about me being a good singer, but I still love to sing, and most of the time my family say, please shut up, because I just get a bit too loud. Now Bert loves to sing. I did do a song on stage, which we spent the whole afternoon doing, but if you see in the film, it's abbreviated down to like that, so that's telling me something there about how much everyone else was enjoying it versus how much I was enjoying myself. And on the day that JD, John David Washington, and myself got to sing with Taylor, him and I were singing away, but I'll speak for myself, JD, an awful singer. I just kind of hear my voice in my head, and I can't really tell if I'm flat or I'm off pitch. I can't really tell any of that. I just have fun with it, and it feels meaningful. But then David did have a moment, and he just said, please, hey, JD, Christian, shut up. And we went, oh, okay, that's a good idea. And then Taylor just sang by herself, and it was absolutely transcendent, a beautiful moment to get to stand next to someone with that incredible talent and to realise I'd just been ruining it for her all day long.
So we're not getting an album from you anytime soon?
Not unless it's by accident. Although actually the song Peanuts, sung by me, is in the album for some reason. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe they'll cut it. But
perfect. We'll see a Grammy coming your way very soon. Was there much though singing and dancing between takes? Because I know you were staying in character, right? So
well, I mean that pushes it a little bit too far.
Okay.
I'm not. People go, oh, he's a method actor. He stays in character. That would be exhausting. That would be so exhausting to stay in character all the time. I keep a vague, slightly embarrassing bad accent going, just because I'm very bad at really turning it on and turning it off. I'm very bad at going from just being me to being a character. So. Sometimes that means I don't get to really hang out as much as I'd love to with wonderful people on the set. We had incredible cast. When you consider it was just David and me sitting in a diner together, and then we end up with these amazing actors coming and joining us. And of course, fantastic conversation, a wonderful vibe, because also we were shooting during the pandemic. And it made it all very raw, and it made it kind of that you demanded that we have a very satisfying, meaningful and joyous time. On set, otherwise let's not be here at all. But I had to ask, for instance, I had to just tell Chris Rock, I was like, dude, I can't keep hanging out because he's just making me laugh too much, and I'm becoming just Christian, the fan of Chris Rock, the stand-up comedian, instead of being able to play Bert, and nobody pays me to be me, right? I only ever get paid to be someone else, so I hear that loud and clear.
Like you said, there is a phenomenal cast. Who would you say you formed the closest bond with? Because I know if I went into a film like this and I knew Robert De Niro was there, I was like, I'm going to try and become best friends with him and Margot Robbie because I'm a massive Neighbours fan.
Right. Okay. I love that it's the Neighbours that does it. Who isn't a Neighbours fan? I filmed, did Thor: Love and Thunder, and then I learned that I think I was living in Home and Away, I think it was. I think I was living in at the beach where they film it. Yeah, I believe so. Just a little
I love that.
Australian sitcom trivia. Is that a sitcom or a soap opera?
It's a soap.
I always
It's
get
soap.
mixed. It is.
But it's all right.
I would say the weird thing with me is if I become too friendly with other actors, I can't act with them because it's like in my family I'm the absolute worst actor. Because if I know somebody too well, I just know they can see that I'm faking it. And so when I'm working, I'll risk it sometimes and I'll chat a little bit, and then when I feel like I'm getting to know them too well, I step away because I've made that mistake in the past but then been awful in films. So I tend to be sort of hanging out more, chatting with the director, chatting with the DP, people who I don't have to look in the eye when I'm doing a scene, just because I'm not well trained and I can't. No, I seriously can't. I'm terrible at doing that. I get to know people afterwards.
Well, I've never seen you fake it. I think I could not take my eyes off your mannerisms in here.
Thank
I was
you so much.
so enamored.
I loved playing Bert. He's absolutely one of my favourite characters I've ever gotten the pleasure of getting to play and to create and put together. Yeah, I just want to be his friend forever.
It was genuinely so good. So congratulations,
you.
Christian.
Thank you
so much.
Absolutely.